Hi, beautiful people. How are you doing today? Drop a heart. It's a beautiful, amazing day here in LA, but in the whole collective consciousness. And actually today, Amy, Sikarskie, and I, Starlight Photos and I, are gonna go live. So we're gonna be two. So I'm super excited to sharing all this goodness together. So right now, I'm gonna add her. So let me see how I can do that. Here she is. Let's see. Very excited. How are you feeling, guys, today? You having a good day? We're gonna have an even better one right now. Hi, my dear. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Hi, Amy. I'm doing so good. It's so nice to see you. It's been quite a bit of time.
I know. It's so nice. Yeah.
It's so awesome to see your beautiful face.
You too.
Look at Amy's smile. Like Amy's that, like the whole, like every pore of Amy, it's like smiling. Like I love her.
Aw, thanks, love. No, I'm so happy to be here. This is great.
I'm super happy to be together too. Yes, my dear. So what have you been up to? I wanted to ask you. I know that you're always doing amazing things. Tell us.
Yeah, well, I've been doing some events, so we've been traveling for that, and they're like group readings with my friend Nicole, where she goes into full mediumship trance, and Archangel Metatron comes through. That's really nice.
Yes.
And then we do readings, and just getting some classes formulated.
Yes.
So that's the career stuff, and then our daughter just graduated, so I took...
Congratulations!
Thanks! So lots of family, you know. I took a little break about most of May from social media. So I'm so happy to be back.
You know, it feels really good to take breaks. It's just so regenerating, and we all need that spiritual maintenance. You know, like spend time with yourself, shut the phone off, shut everything off, and just recharge.
Totally, girl.
We need that. We need that.
Yes.
We need that. So Amy is an amazing healer, you know, like Amy Sikarskie, Starlight Photos. She's an amazing, amazing healer. She channels from the universe. She connects with the Archangel Metatron, and she does so many other things. I know that in the last upgrade, you also activated parts of yourself that you felt they were within you, but you really didn't know how to express yet. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, it's so interesting. They're called Ascension Waves. At least that's what I've been getting from my guides in Metatron. So we get hit with these codes and these waves of light. And if you're not familiar with them or you don't know what's going on, it can be super confusing. So a lot of emotions can come up. And if you're clairvoyant, or even if you don't think you are, you'll get memories and dreams of maybe past life stuff coming forward to clear. So that's super interesting when you're not like sure what's going on. But what I think the nicest part of it is you can feel, at least I can feel, the energy activating in my system. So it feels like little effervescent bubbles of oxygen or light coming through, and then your physical body starts to hum. It's really quite, like, this is really cool. I don't know. I feel like I'm on some sci-fi movie when that happens.
Absolutely, absolutely. And sometimes it feels also very tiring because the body is literally raising its frequency and integrating all of these new codes within every cell of our body. So if you guys are going through this, we know that you are going through this as well.
Yeah.
So
tiring. So rest, eat, you know, like proper nutrition, surround yourself with people that are happy and have your highest good at heart, and really, you know, just create a safe space for yourself to go through that process. It's like a metamorphosis or something. And at the end, it's really cool because I feel like your whole consciousness changes, and even your Clairgifts start to activate. So have you had that too? I'm sure.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. It's been very, very, it's been a massive kind of transformation even for me. And I just feel super grateful. The first days were literally like hit me like a wave, and I felt confusion. There were some things from the past that came out. Finally, yeah, you know, they come to surface for us to actually transmute them and just let them go, you know, because we're all ready to really like vibrate higher. We are ready to ascend. So we're ready to let go of everything that does not belong to us any longer. And then we can just rise up, you know?
Yes.
So yeah, so I've been through that as well. And, you know, like I had moments in which some anger came up, some frustration came up. And not that it's, you know, I'm totally not, you know, living this kind of experiences. Of course. Oh my goodness, guys. You know, like we are always going to be going through things in life. And the only thing that changes is how we react to everything that happens. You know, like your reaction is everything, you know, that, you know, makes the whole difference, you know. So all these things were coming up and I was like, oh my goodness, one after the other. And I was like, So I'm so grateful, you know, that it came up so that I could actually work on it. And there were things, you know, from, you know, parallel lives as well that I had to solve. And there were teeny tiny things that were hidden, you know, like, you know, when something really hides underneath and even though you know yourself, you think that you know yourself pretty well. That is the ego, by the way. And but when that happens, you're like, oh my goodness, I still had that. And yeah, I actually resonate with it and I'm understanding, I'm acknowledging this for the first time really in my life. So in that moment in which we acknowledge that thing, everything changes and that energy just transmutes. So it's been an amazing awakening phase for me too. And I am so grateful about it. Also, my guides have been pushing me since the last 3-4 upgrades to come out with my gift as a medium, because before I didn't really say anything to anybody, you know, like spirits would come to me, but I was not feeling ready to share this gift. You know what I mean? I was not feeling ready to share that gift. And then my guides were like, Dharma. And I was like, ah. And I knew what they wanted to say. They were saying, if you have a gift, and this is why I always say it as well, you know, because I repeat what they say, you know, by the way. If you have a gift, you have to share it. You have to share it with the world and know that you have been given that gift. Yes, there is no manual, but your heart knows much more better than your manual, than many kind of manual. And also yourself that you know much better. So you know everything that you need to know, even though you don't know. So the only thing that you can do really is trust. And trusting is the most beautiful thing ever. So I've been trusting and putting, you know, like I just wrote it. I didn't add it up to my services, you know, I just wrote it. But it was like, yes, I'm this, and medium. And my guys were like, yeah, finally, you did it.
Oh, I'm so happy and proud for you. Yeah, I think that was the last title, the most challenging one for me to say mediumship, because I do mediumship, but I don't advertise it also.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I knew it. And you never told me, but I knew it. Yes.
Yeah, we have so much in common. I mean, it's really more enjoyable for me to talk to the angels or spirit guides or read an aura, because mediumship is a different vibration. And very fortunately, I had one come through yesterday, a very loving grandparent, which I was happy for. But one of my friends is a medium, and that's what she advertises. So she'll get all kinds of spirits. And I just tell my guys, I'm like, filter them out, because I don't want the ones that are upset. And, you know, like, I don't want that toxic energy coming in. But really, they just need love and healing. So I do take it. I do. But yeah, I'm so happy to hear this. I did not know. It's so good, girl.
I'm so happy too. I'm so happy too that I finally embraced that part of myself. You know, like it was you know, whenever we embrace a gift, we are embracing a part of ourselves that before we were actually leaving behind. So isn't this the most amazing integration that someone can do? You know?
I love it. Yeah. Well, you're claiming your wholeness. You're saying, this is me, this is who I am. And that's another process of healing and raising your vibe to the next level. So when we hit those next dimensions, it's, you know, all truth. We have to live in truth. We have to feel truth. We have to be truth. And that's why all those little things you were talking about, no matter how you would perceive them, but stuff that's buried will come to the surface for, healing, reconciliation, or to say, hey, you know, this is a gift that I have, and I have it for a reason. So let's
exactly. Exactly, absolutely. Also because I noticed that every time that we're not embracing a part of ourselves, there is a deeper sense of betrayal that we don't know where it comes from. So we feel always that sense that we cannot trust, that we're being betrayed, and something like that. And eventually, what really it is not that somebody, of course, somebody's going to bring that betrayal into your life because you are broadcasting it into the universe with your vibe. But in first place, you're feeling that betrayal because you are betraying yourself. Yes. By not acknowledging who you really are and all the gifts, the amazing gift, wonderful gifts that you are. And you only have because nobody is like you. And you're here reincarnated to do your own life mission. Yeah. And nobody can do it for you. Exactly. And you chose it. Yoo-hoo!
Yes, girl, I love that. So you claim it, and then you're not betraying yourself, and also there's a sense of guilt that you won't have, you know, exactly. So that can come with it. So you're popping out from lower emotional spaces to higher spaces of thought and clarity and just speaking your truth. And I love how a minute ago you were talking about there's not a manual, you just trust, and that's so true. What is your body telling you? What does your heart say? This is how you know the next step and how to really progress through everything. So
absolutely, because even though we're guided, everybody is guided, still our guidance, like our guides, our spirit team may not be able to really communicate with us with clarity, especially at the beginning. So we don't know how to discern what they are saying and where they want to take us, where they want to guide us for the highest good of ourselves and everybody else. So we have to trust, you know what I mean? And as we grow in that kind of trust, we also grow in our own gifts. And as we grow in our own gifts, oh my goodness, now I'm hearing. Oh my goodness, I hear this. I understand this. I see the sign. I start see. So this is how things develop, you know, but everything really starts with trusting ourselves and trusting our heart, you know? So we do have an amazing manual, guys. That's the heart. Oh my gosh, that's the heart.
Yes, absolutely. And if you're feeling any confusion, just do a clearing meditation and clear the heart space, and then you'll feel, you'll feel it activate, and then that's where you get messages, so you'll be able to connect in and really get the truth of what's going on.
Absolutely. So. Absolutely. That is so beautiful. So beautiful. So, Amy, can you tell us as well? I know that you have been channeling light language in English. Can you tell us a little more about how this progressed in you? And I'm sure that everybody's going to be very interested because I do channel light language, but in light language, you know, so it's not translated into English, and it's just a vibration that can be felt, but it's not translated into English, you know. So I am super curious, and please.
Sure. Yeah, that's great. So it all started through a series of clearing my energy. You know, I've always kind of been connected in since a child, but then, like we've been talking about, clearing my energy, having all these visions, noticing my guides and being able to talk to them, and then working. I think it's been like 6 years since I started working with the public for energy healing. And in that process, every time you click into this frequency and this higher vibe, you get a little upgrade too. So it was a very smooth, somewhat smooth progress. And then I met my friend, and she does the trance channeling, which I used to be scared of. I used to be afraid of the word channel. And so, whoa, have things changed, you know? So just the education around it, feeling confident, knowing who you're working with, and knowing that I'm still in control of my body. So what I would do in healing spaces, you could feel the energy coming around and start working through your body. And so now it's just a gradual progression of then letting the energy come in. It comes all the way in down to my lungs and then back up again. And then they start speaking through my voice. And I'm there. I can hear everything. And in fact, I'm actually working on stepping aside a little more so that it doesn't have the filters, because they'll try to, and these are my guides. I have a council of 13 star beings that I work with. And they'll try to say stuff, and then I'm asking them questions. So, so I'm working
and they're like, just say it that way.
Yeah, I'm working on like being quiet and letting them talk. And then after But it's really fun because sometimes they'll use words that honestly I don't know. Like I've never heard that, or they'll say things a little different with the grammar. And then I go back later and look into it. I'm like, oh, wow, that's profound. Okay. So it's just a process of trusting. Yeah. So, and really, when the merging happens for me, they do toning. So it is a form of light language, probably how you do it. So
Yes.
it comes in and I tone and I lift my vibration through the sound resonance, and then they come in through that frequency. And then when
Yes.
they leave, I kind of just breathe it out. So you feel like you're blowing up like a balloon, kind of.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's like you're expanding.
Yes, yeah,
It's
and
you're
I mean you really
expanding.
are, because your aura expands, and
Mhm.
so like a part of it is activating your light body, so your force field is like really, really strong and protected.
Exactly.
And then knowing who you're working with. But it's been a beautiful experience. I just started it at that level this year for the public. So yeah.
That is so amazing. That is so amazing. And it's just so beautiful that you're sharing this with everybody, Amy. Thank you for doing that. Thank you. Because
Thank
all
you.
of this, everybody that shares their own gift is literally uplifting the vibe of the whole collective. So what you're doing, it's not only you, like you don't do it for yourself only, you do it for everybody. What you do for
Yes.
yourself, you do it for everybody.
Yes, girl, we're all in it together. And I feel like everybody on the show today, or the call, this live, and everybody who we connect with, we're like, I just see us as points of light connecting, weaving this beautiful web of light. And we're all these light workers, and whatever, whatever label, if you want to give yourself a label, you don't have to, but starseed, indigo, whatever you might call yourself or resonate with, we are coming together, and that's the whole thing. So so I wrote a couple books, and in one of them, I have it right here, actually. It's so funny, I was getting ready to mail it, the activating
Show
the
us.
star.
Beautiful. Okay, so you guys need to get this book because Amy, she is amazing. She just channels the pure light. She just channeled the pure light.
Thanks, love.
Beautiful, beautiful. Where can we get it?
It's on Amazon under Amy Sikarskie, or Activating the Starseed, or my website. Links in the bio. Yeah, but I mean, like, one of the messages in there is like, thank you so much for showing up, and thank you for being here, and we're all uniting. And so it's like, whenever we're having a bad day, like, just reach out to a friend and let's lift each other up so we can get through it, because it can be.
Absolutely, absolutely. So whenever you have a bad day, just focus on what you love and be with the people who uplifts you. So make sure that you do something that is uplifting for you so that you can bring your energy back up.
Yes.
So, and once it's back up, you're good. You're good, and we are good too. We're good too.
Yes. You said something earlier, and it made me think about the whole notion of when we are in the higher vibrations, things can happen to us that we will perceive or react to differently. So when we're in a higher vibration, it might not hit us where we spin out of control, like with like going into fear or anger or something. So we can surround it with love and see things just from a different perspective. A little bit more.
Exactly what it is, right? That's exactly what it is. When you're vibrating higher, you're actually seeing things from a much higher perspective. So you don't see them from here anymore. So you can see how much of a spectrum more you're going to be amplifying, and how much your vision is going to be amplifying if you just go a little further up, Yes. So everything that looked like a problem before doesn't even seem like a problem anymore. You don't even feel it like a problem anymore,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's the big thing, the feeling, because I don't know about everybody here, but being empathic, feeling, and I mean, that's so much to me, because that's how I do my readings and my healing. I clear myself first, and then I feel what's going on with the client. So my, like, all has to be clear, so it's like feeling is
so important.
Yes,
so important. So important. If I have days in which I feel an energy upgrade is going on and I'm transmuting something, I just reschedule everything, what I mean? And I just, close the door, windows open, focus on myself, recharge, do whatever I need to do in order to come back to, my higher vibration, solve it, transmute it, and then I'm ready. So we need to come first, always need to come first.
Totally. Yes, that self-care, right? Yes.
So
and then you're great for yourself, and then, like, for everybody else, and then your clients, you want to show up at your best. So
exactly. Totally, totally, totally. Instead, I have talking about empathic gifts and empaths. I just finished filming my ultimate empath guide.
That
I
sounds
am
good.
so excited, so excited. So I created this course, which is going to be available to download probably in a month and a half or two. Definitely gonna keep you updated. And it's I filled it with techniques for all the empaths to strengthen your aura, to really become really strong in your present, being present right here, right now. Yes, and techniques also to sublimate everything that needs to be sublimated according to the pattern that you may be holding on to, because all of us, like we have patterns, like that's actually how we spot what we have to work on, you know what I mean? The trigger highlights the pattern, and then we're like, oh, so that's what's going on. And then we can actually sublimate that energy and raise our frequency and go to the next level of the next level of the next, because it's never ending, right, Amy?
Right. Yes, absolutely. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you. Yeah.
I am so excited to share all this with you, because I just, it was there for quite a bit of time, and I finally did it. So it took me like 3 months of time to arrange the whole course and then, film it and everything. But I'm so happy also because all the people that worked with me, and actually all the people that I work with, they are just a soul family. You know what I mean? There is nobody at this point in my life that I do not resonate for some level of some sorts, you know what I mean? So there is a full on resonance that comes back and forth like a beautiful wave, and we are uplifting each other, upgrading, helping each other upgrade, and it's just very empowering, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I'm looking forward to sharing, because I hope that, all this is going to be empower all of us even more, because like we said before, we are one beautiful item, one collective consciousness. So when we are working on ourselves, we're literally working on everybody around us, on our family, and on higher levels, on everybody, everything. So I'm just looking forward to sharing that, because it's been there for quite a bit of time. I finally did it. And I was like, you see, that was all resistance. Sometimes we have amazing ideas, and we know that we have the capability of bringing that idea forth and making it become reality. But at the same time, there's something blocking us. You know, that resistance needs, exactly. That resistance is going to be there until you have something to learn about it, but you can release it just thinking about what is the highest purpose of everything that you do, What is mostly important, that you share your voice and you share your message, or that you feel that way, I just we get over it, right? And we just do it, at a certain point.
Absolutely. No, it just feels so good because, like you were saying, it's going to benefit so many people, and I feel like it's your dharma. It's like why you're here, and when you click into the purpose and what you can bring your gifts to share with others, kind of nothing can really stop you. I mean, you say you're resisting a little bit, but then it went, and actually, I think 3 months is pretty good for considering everything else in life that comes and goes,
Absolutely. That's totally true. That's totally true. But like I said before, it was a fast progress and a fast, breakdown of things, because I associated myself with people that I really resonate with,
Yes.
and we attracted one another into each other's field. Because if you were not resonating with someone, maybe you're working in partnership with someone, but that someone maybe has a different kind of pace, maybe has different kind of values, maybe has different kind of priorities. Isn't it wonderful and beautiful to find someone who has the same values, who has the same kind of, life path, the mission, so that you can, right?
Yes.
And that is where magic gets created, so don't ever settle, in partnerships that don't feel like you're home. You need to feel like you're home, otherwise you're gonna be slowed down into your own path and progress, which, by the way, that's okay, you know what I mean? There is a divine timing for everything. But know that if you start associating with people that you really, really resonate with your heart, things are going to be unfolding much more faster, because it's the synergy of the energies all together, That's powerful, guys. It's so powerful.
Yes, absolutely. And it's perfect because just attracts to you, like you were saying. I've had a few of those experiences, and then you kind of sit back and look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, how did this happen? I mean, we know in our mind, but through experience, it just hits me like that aha moment. Well, wow, you know, we're really manifesting and everything is happening so quickly now. And you can see that in your relationships, in your career, and
Oh,
how
yeah.
you enjoy life around you. Even, I mean,
Absolutely.
even for us, we've moved a few times. So even in location, so,
Yes.
you know, like putting that out, like we're popping into the next vibration. So where should we go? And where do we need to live? And then getting there and, you know, I have kids. So everything, even with their school and their extracurricular activities, just like fully supports their life path. It's amazing,
Yes.
you know? So, oh, I'm so
That
happy.
is so wonderful that you also bring, this, your experience, with having kids, as an empath and as everything that you are, like having children, and how, like when you become a mother or parent, I feel sometimes it can be very confusing, because now you have to take care of another human being and you're responsible for them. So I think that a lot of people may feel that responsibility and that pressure on their shoulder creates even more confusion inside of themselves. So they kind of get lost into what should I do? What should I do? But they don't really know what is the highest purpose and the highest, like the highest, yeah, you got me, like, so
Yeah,
they basically lose themselves, in this, and they don't know what to do, So by staying really connected to your heart, then you can also guide your children better, and
yeah.
Amy, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
Yeah, and it was kind of a challenge for me. So, you know, my background's in nursing, and that would be like go to work, come home, have kids and family, and that was its own level of stress. But then as they got a little bit older, it was easier for me to step into this work because my heart is so open in the work. So you know, like I can't, so when I feel my kiddos, if they're upset and I feel it, it's like, oh, you know, so luckily and fortunately, they've kind of they've been with me through the progression and they know like, okay, I have a phone call, I have a client over, shh, you know, or like, let's just calm down today before,
That
but
is
it's,
so beautiful.
yeah, and I think we all deal with that, balancing different aspects of life while we're finding our purpose and knowing like boundaries and discernment and what's important and putting, you know, putting our family first. And so making sure that our relationships and our relationship with ourselves, right, before others. So yeah, well, thanks,
That's
girl.
the main thing, right? Absolutely. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't have any kids. I do have my baby Juno, but like we cannot compare, like my baby Juno to having how many children do you have? She look amazing. She feels amazing. She's awesome. She stopped her aging. She's so beautiful. So beautiful.
Yeah, we have two. I told myself, I don't know, it's kind of funny. When I turned 27, I said, I'm not going to grow. I'm not going to age. And
Here
this
we
is
go.
forever.
You told yourselves you guys are not gonna grow.
I
You're
said, we're
just
going
gonna
to stay
stay like
young.
that.
So,
That's so
yeah,
beautiful.
but
So
thank you.
beautiful. Of course. Absolutely. 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 Okay, my dear. So what are you up to this week? Any news? Anything that you are working on right now?
Yeah, well, I'm working on a class too. That's why I'm so inspired by hearing about yours. Yes, yeah, we're working on a class on channeling. So it's going to be a 5. I know, girl. It's
A
like
class on channeling, guys. That's
channeling.
amazing.
Yes, all the
Who
way
is
from
excited about it? I am excited about it. Go, Amy. Yes.
Dharma. Yeah, Nicole's coming over. You know, she's a big mentor for me when it comes to the world of full body mediumship
Channeling.
channeling. But the
Mm.
class is going to be for beginners to the most advanced. And
Yes.
we're working on the format, although you know how it is. Like in 20 minutes, we got all the content. And now
Yes.
it's like putting it together, recording the video.
Absolutely.
You just went through it all. So,
Totally. That
yeah,
is actually the hardest part. When you're
gosh.
downloading something, like everything comes all together. Then, like you got all the content and then it's up to you to actually, like organize it and just create like a structure to it. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I
That's
might
amazing.
have to chat after. I might have to get a few tips from you or something about, because yeah, I'm excited. I really am, and it's so cool. Here it is, another
Totally.
synchronicity that it's been a few months, and then we get together, and it's like, hey, oh my gosh, we're both working on classes, and and yours is about ready to launch. So when is it going to be ready? Do you have a date, or are you
You
still?
know, the producer is working on it right now, so he's also doing the editing on it. So I think that, you know, in a month and a half, 2 months maximum, is going to be ready. Yes, 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 yes. So I'm just so excited, so excited. Also because it's going to be part of a community of videos. So it's going to be a video community of all healers. So we're going to have from Leo King, you know, he's a very famous astrologer. Then we're going to have from the person who invented the tuning forks, you know. Yes. So it's going to be like, we're going to have all these people, amazing, amazing, amazing people, amazing healers coming from the heart. And yes, so it's gonna be like all a community of healers and all different kinds of videos about crystal healing, about hypnotherapy, about everything, you know, that someone that wants to dive deep inside of themselves wants to know, you know. So I'm very, very excited, you know, to be part of it. And so it's, you see, also this is a community, you know what I mean? So it's all about community, guys. You know, like we do things by ourselves, you know what I mean? But there is nothing more powerful than actually working with other like-hearted individuals, you know? So it's awesome. So I'm very, very excited about it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll be keeping watch outs for updates and everything. That's going to be so good.
Oh yes, oh yes. And if you need any tip on how to kind of organize the course or anything, you know what I mean, like we can totally, you know, like talk about it. I've been through it one time, and now I'm thinking about the second one, because of course, you know, like you're like, oh my goodness, I had so much fun, it was so amazing to share these things. And now I'm thinking about the second one, you know. I think it's gonna be something about abundance, so how to release all of your abundance blocks, because it's a very important thing, you know, like abundance is not only about money, right? It's not financial freedom only, it's your spirit freedom, you know what I mean? And by being free-spirited in the most uplifting and amplified way, then you can attract anything in your field that is equal to that kind of vibration, really high. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to sharing that too. But I have to work on it too first.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's so good. That's a theme that's been coming up. Probably since May for me, like in channeling and with clients and stuff, is abundance. It's exactly what you're saying. It's not just money. It's how you can feel and be expansive and let everything flow to you, so that you know you're always supported and life is working in your favor and all of that. And it's I'm so excited for you. Yeah, it's a system of intention and shifting your energy and trusting, all of this. It's going to be so lovely. Oh,
it's just so awesome, and it's a way of loving yourself, really, you know, because when you are abundant within yourself, then you love yourself, and you can attract anything that you wish to attract. So yeah, they're so powerful and beautiful.
Wonderful. Oh, so good. That's so good. And we have so many people here, so it's so fun. I haven't really been, we've just been talking.
I know. But I know that everybody is interested in all these beautiful things. So, you know, it's, we have been all together in this, you know, and we know that you're interested in this, and that's why we share it, you know?
Yes. So, and it takes courage. So I'm so, like, congratulations, and I'm so proud and happy for you, because doesn't it take courage to share your gifts and put your face and put your name and just say, this is me, you know what I mean? So
it takes quite a bit of courage, you know, like, and for the longest time, like, I started on this platform on Instagram 3 years ago, and basically I was making a lot of videos and putting myself out there so much at the very beginning. Oh, I just hit it. I have a, you know, I have a bowl right here, that's why. Yeah. I'm moving too much, you know, like I'm Italian, so I speak with my hands. And basically, I got to a point in which I was feeling burned out. So I was making so many videos, like, my goal was, I had a goal of making, so I was really pushing myself to be out there, and that was too much, you know, like I was putting too much pressure on myself, so I burned myself out, and for almost like 7-8 months, I was not making any videos any longer. I was like, I'm done with videos for right now, so I totally disappeared. And now I'm back, like I feel like I have my energy, and back, and like it's much more amplified, and now I can share, and my guides are telling me to share. So I feel supported. I feel completely, like guided, and just ready, you know what I mean, to embrace this new phase, in a different way though, because I'm not going to push myself to do something if I don't feel like, something to say is coming up in this moment, or if I have to actually, first of all, if I have to focus on myself in that moment, I'm not going to be picking up my phone and just be like, oh, I'm just going to make a video just because, you know what I mean? I would be thinking about myself, right? It's so different. And then whenever, I want to share, I will be sharing it. But I do feel that block, it's gone right now, so I am back. Hello.
Oh, it's so good. I'm so happy. And, it's, and that's where the magic is, you know what I mean? Because we can feel it. I love your videos, and you just feel how bright and clean you are, and authentic, and all of the love. And that's a huge part of it, is knowing when to go on and when not, and have that self-care, because we all go through our ups and downs, and we just need to learn to honor those moments. So yes, I think that's an important message for everybody to hear, right? So so to just know when they're ready to take some time for themselves.
So important, so important. Also, because from that, maybe you may be feeling like you are taken away out of the equation on certain levels, but you're actually working on something else that is much more important to you in that moment. And if you were to ignore it, you would ignore yourself. So we would go back to that pattern that we spoke about at the very beginning, in which you would feel betrayed because you are ignoring yourself. You know what I mean? So you would feel like someone ignores you, not really, like you are ignoring yourself in the way that you're feeling by not respecting it, so it's been very, very, like, so, so powerful for me to just follow what I really needed to do in that moment, and just go dive even deeper and come back even more rejuvenated, and I hope you guys can feel it.
I can feel it. It feels great. Yes, for sure. So exciting. I'm so happy that we're back, because I think it was a while since our last live, and I'm really happy I got my Wi-Fi working today, so no issues.
Oh no! Oh, everything perfect. You see, everything perfect. Just everything is
perfect. Yes. Yeah. So do you want to, should we check on some comments and see? So thanks everybody for being.
Oh yes, guys.
Let's see. I don't know if I should scroll. Maybe because it's on your feed. If you scroll through, I don't want to.
Yes.
I don't know if it's a thing, but in the past that's happened. So
let's do this, guys. If you have any questions for us, let's just fire them up. Fire them up. We're here right now. Yay!
Yes. So, thanks everyone for being here.
Thank you. Hi, Astrid. Hi, Radinta. Hi, Anika. Hi, Dana. How are you doing, darling? Hi, Dawn Awakening. Okay, so Astrid Wolfie is asking, how do I let love in?
Yes. So should I go ahead?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so let's give some general info, and then maybe if I get some personalized info, then we can share that. So it's probably going to be personalized, but I think everybody can benefit from it. So I am feeling like there's a block at the heart and the throat. Of course, this is what's preventing that connection that you're trying to feel. So your guides are saying self-love and self-care, kind of like what we're talking about today. But this isn't just like pampering yourself, although it could be. But I'm seeing spending time outdoors and doing things like hiking and connecting in with nature and even animals, and doing things that you enjoy that make you feel bright and alive. That's going to start clearing the aura and shedding all of that energy that you're holding on to really tight. And then after that, acknowledging your accomplishments. So just really giving yourself credit. Just, dude, like even being here right now, like as a human with everything that's fluctuating with the energies and everything, it's really, you know, magnificent. So just give yourself credit for that. And then what will happen is you're going to start to turn within and do some self-love, which will switch your vibrational frequency, and you'll start to attract people that what I'm hearing won't like put you off. So their energy will be at the right vibration where you can say like, oh, hey, this is kind of easy and this feels really good and let's give it a try and all of this. But there's also some childhood trauma stuff down in the sacral solar plexus. So just do some meditations, maybe some sound therapy. I know Dharma does with the bowls. I do with the bowls. You can do by phone, Skype, or find somebody near you. Sound therapy will really get in and break it all up, and then you can flush it out. So, so these are some ways that you can do like practices with yourself and then adjustments to your energy field. So are you getting anything else, Dharma? I know you probably have so much coming through.
No, for, you know, like for Astrid, it's all about accepting yourself the way that you are. Really, yes. It's all about accepting yourself the way that you are, how wonderful you are, and just know that. Just know how powerful you are. So start using your gifts because you're not using them enough. You know, you're not using them enough. So this is why also you're feeling like you cannot let love in, you know, because you are not allowing your love to go out, you know. So,
yes.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We love you too, guys. We love you too. How, Willie, how are you doing? Hi, Ed. Hi, Tina. Hi, Brab. Let's see. Hi, India. Hi, Croatia. That's so beautiful.
Oh, that's so fun.
Sylvie loves God says, lately so many negative situations have been occurring to me. Why? You're focusing on the negative, and this is the reason why all these negative situations are happening. So Sylvia, just focus on everything that you have. Do not focus on what you do not have. You will see that the frequency is going to change as soon as possible, the more you're actually focusing on the positive things that you have. So stop focusing on the lack, on the void of the absence of things. Focus on the fullness, on the presence of things, and also release everything that you have about sadness, release everything that you have in your throat, release everything that you have not been speaking, because it feels like there is a you know, some energy on your throat chakra that you know, has not been expressing what you would love to express. It feels like you have not come out yet fully and completely, as you know, you and your personality have not come out fully and completely out. You know, you need to know that the world needs you, you know. So instead of focusing on the negative situation right now, that yes, they are present, but do start focus on what you actually have, because that is how you're going to be shifting your frequency and your energy, and this is how you're going to be changing your reality. Unless you do that, you're going to stay a little stuck. Then things are going to be moving, because energy always transforms and transmutes, never stays the same. But you can help yourself so much more if you start actually expressing yourself, opening up your heart a little more, and just know that everything is okay the way that it is, and accept whatever is the lesson behind these negative situations. So just see, what is the lesson? What can I learn from this? Yeah. It's a pain in the booty, but you got this. You got this. So get on it. Do you guys see me by any chance?
Well, yeah, it went black for a minute. It froze on my end, but I see you and hear you.
Oh, yes. Okay. I don't see myself, but that's okay. That's perfect. Okie dokie. It's even better. It's less distracting. Okay, guys. Let's see if there is oh, this is a beautiful question. Let's see, Amy, if you like this. So Annie, she says, how can I align my solar plexus chakra?
Oh, good question. Yeah, and this is going to piggyback on the last one just a little bit. Any chakra, just breathing. So like for the last viewer, it was do a lot of breath work to clear that in the throat, because I can totally feel it. I just like want to breathe that out. So this is another thing for the solar plexus, taking deep belly breaths in and bringing pure energy like prana or chi, you know, ki, clean energy in, and then release it. That's going to prime it, so that will get it activated. And then you can do, you can just put your hand on it, as well as what I'm getting for you is a little bit undercharged. So charging it up will really help. And that's just a form of hands-on healing. So there's different modalities like healing touch and Reiki, but we all have we all have the ability to transmute healing, or transmit healing energy. And so put it on your solar plexus. And then I'm hearing for you specifically affirmations for the solar plexus that are empowering. So this is your personal strength and power, and your will, like your free will to move forward in life. So if you're finding that you're stuck at all, that would definitely, you know, be because of the solar plexus. If you're stuck about getting on your path or feeling confident with your decisions and choices. So you would counterbalance that by starting to make decisions and choices that you feel comfortable with, that you are in control with. And but you can do crystal therapy, you can do sound healing, you can do food. So any real natural whole food that's yellow, ingesting that will help to strengthen the solar plexus chakra. And also I'm hearing for you yoga. So there's specific, and I don't know the ones, I just heard yoga. So I would work with somebody or research the different yoga poses that will open and activate that center. So I think those are some really gentle and easy ways to just get it started. And anytime you have a space that has a block or is slow, you just get the energy flowing, and then it will balance out. It will the equilibrium will balance out for you just naturally. So those are some ways. And one more thing, a couple chords. So just releasing some chords. And the easiest thing for releasing chords is to say, I release all energies, entities, beings, and presences, projections, streamers, and chords from my field and my chakras that do not belong to me and that are not for my highest good. And then just breathe it in and let it go. So yeah, breathe in the light and let it go. So intentional. Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you, Amy.
Yeah.
So we have Radiantri Apita. I hope that I said your name right. I'm so sorry if I didn't. Someone wants to partner up with me, open up another daycare, but I'm not sure I want to partner up. Any guidance for me? I do feel like there is a very good match of energy between you and this person wanting to partner up with you. So just work on your trust, because I feel that it's really a matter of you trusting that everything that you have been manifesting is something good for you. I do feel like you're coming from such a good space and intention of love, and this is what you're getting, Radiantri. So just to make sure that you trust yourself that what you created is good for you, and just go with it. I do feel like something really good can come up from this partnership. So take your time to really like feel it in your heart, and then whenever you're ready, make your decision. Know also that, you know, like you don't have to say yes or no right now, you know, like just sit with it, you know what I mean? Sit with it and feel how does it resonate with every cell of your body. But it's absolutely something that, you know, it's about trusting, letting go of that fear that there is in your belly, letting go of everything that, you know, has been happening in the past that is not going to be repeating in the present. Like you're ready to upgrade, okay? You're ready to upgrade. So do not allow anything that happened in the past to actually condition your present moment and what you're experiencing right now. Just go for it. But I'm not going to say that, but feel it in your heart. You know what I mean? Feel it in your heart. And just, you know, take your time to really see how this resonates with you. But I do feel, you know, it could be a really good, very uplifting kind of situation for you, for this person, and for everybody involved. So I see a lot of letting go of things that you do not need anymore, that, you know, actually making this decision or going through, even thinking about making this decision, you're going to be allowing you to actually see different kind of patterns that have been there and release them. So this is a trigger, you know, for you to actually come to a certain kind of resolution and completion in your life. So work on that trust, and you're going to get your answers super soon.
Oh, I love that. I could totally feel it. Like I felt everything at the beginning, like fear and lack of trust. But then as you brought the message through, I could just feel it all shifting. So just in your own timing, but I love that there's positive to come from it, you know? Yes.
Yes. What we have been experiencing in the past, guys, yesterday is no longer here. What we have is what we have right now, right here, right now, in this moment. And we create our moment right here, right now. So we're co-creating right here, right now. Nothing exists before, nothing exists after. Just stay here, you know. It feels so good. It feels so grounding. It feels so, you know, very empowering, you know, and your focus is completely in the moment. So no energy gets dispersed. Everything is channeled, everything is focused, and everything is clear and stays clear.
Yes, yes. So beautiful.
Let me see what else. Okay, so there's still a match. She says, any ideas on how to disconnect energetic cords from a former toxic partner?
Yeah. And what was her name again?
Her name is Dare,
Okay.
D-E-R. Yeah,
Okay.
D.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so there's, you know, there's a lot of processes that we can do, aligning our intention with the frequency to shift it and release. Now, sometimes if it gets really embedded in, or if there's any karma, especially if it's past life karma, it can be a little bit tricky because we might not know exactly what it is that's holding it or congealing it in our system. So one thing that you can do is called a crystal release, and there's a class on my website you can click into, or you can research it, but you take a wand. Let me find, I'm like, I've got one, let me show you. So you take a wand, a Vogel wand, and so, so this is my smoky quartz Vogel wand, and let's say this is the area, so you put it in and you find it, and then you turn it and you click until you feel it, and like you breathe, there's a whole process, but then you pull it out. And I've seen, I mean, this is the real stuff here. I've seen people fall to the floor, start crying. I mean, the energy will come out. And it might not be one time.
Surgery. It's an energetic surgery.
Yes, yes. And so that would be the most advanced case. But for some reason, I'm totally feeling that for this viewer. So for this lovely being of light who's here with us. And so, so that's what you would do. So first I would say, clear the aura around by pulling in light through your crown, pushing it out at your heart, clear your auric field, and then from there you can ask the archangels to start working on it. And if you have a crystal, you can slowly pull it out little bit by little bit, or you could see somebody. I think, Dharma, you do psychic surgery like that, don't you? Yeah?
I do them, you know, like in person. I rather do them in person. And yes, I do. But I do feel that she can take that out, like literally little by little for her, you know, step by step. I do feel a step by step kind of progress for her, much more soothing, you know, much more soothing.
Totally. Yeah.
Yes,
There's some, what I'm seeing is like entanglement. So you have a cord, but there's a lot of pieces wrapped around like a rope kind of. And so that's why, so if you can unwind one piece at a time, and the easier things for you to like cognitively be aware of would be any arguments or any incidents that you've had in this life with that person, and start with that and just forgive and fill it with love and send it back to them, because we are all soul and love, you know, at our core. And so we should want the best for everybody, even if we've had an altercation. So just sending them love and light, and that will help them, and that will help you, and it will help everybody, because it will just lift the vibration for everyone here. So, but those are some ways that I would say maybe a new way that you hadn't heard before. So that's kind of what I'm getting for you. So.
I would also add that I feel for you, it's very important to know that you can take care of yourself and you are independent. Like you do not need anybody in order to support you, or, you know, feel supported. You do have that strength within you, and it's just a matter of trusting that you do have it, and really going back to sitting on it, literally sit on that beautiful space that you're creating, self-love for yourself, you know, so that you can be supported by it. That's the only support that you need. And, you know, it's just a matter of letting go that person, knowing that everything that you exchanged with them, it was wonderful. You had to learn some things from them. They had to learn some things for you. Now it's time to move on. Let's move on. And let's leave that in the past, with all the gifts that it brought into your heart. That is always going to be staying there. That is always going to be staying there. Keep the gifts. Let everything that is lower vibrational, all the sadness, the fact that you're missing that person, let it be, let it go, let it flow. And little by little, you're going to be feeling so much better. And the more you get into your own power, sense of power, the more you're going to be feeling so much better.
Feels so good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so empowering, you know, so empowering when we really connect with ourselves and we let things go with love. Like that is like such a beautiful act that we can do for ourselves and everybody else. So
Yeah.
then we have Tina Prince 23. She says, any messages from my angels or guides? Thank you. Tina. Do you want to go with it?
Oh, yeah, let me click in. I was just thinking you were going to go. So
I know.
Okay, so for Tina, okay. Yeah, and this kind of is fun because it goes with the season right now. So they're talking about, and it's mostly mental, so I'm not sure, like, physically what's occurring, but going out and being in the sun and enjoying the summertime and enjoying this fresh, like, you know, we just had the summer solstice, so just enjoying this burst of beautiful energy. There's a lot of light codes that will be coming in through the sun, so it's going to be very beneficial for you. And if you have fair skin, so anybody else on the call, you know, just go like in the morning, in the evening or something, but get your dose of sunlight. And then also I'm seeing vegetables, all of the colors of the rainbow, but most specifically orange, yellow, and green. So those central chakra points. So any vegetables or fruit that's, you know, real food. So when we're nourishing our chakras in our body, it needs to be real. I sometimes joke, like, it can't be Cheetos, you know, and say it's orange. So real fruits and vegetables. And so even like I'm seeing, even for you, it's a soup, and it's a tomato soup or a squash soup, but it's cold, which is kind of fun for the summertime. And it might be something that we don't have so much in the States. So, but yeah, they just gave me that. So something like that would be really nice for you. And so yeah, so they're wanting you to know that you're going through a transitional upgrade, and there is a shift going on the planet right now, and you're falling right in alignment with that. For you, you're going to feel it within 3 months. So there's all these codes and ascension waves coming in, and just depending like where we are and when we got when it clicked, where we like wake up and we're addressing it and we're recognizing it. So, but for yours, it will be for the next 3 months. So what we're starting, so July, August, September, that time frame, you'll notice some shifts in your life. So I'm hearing create your own reality. You're at like the 0 point where everything is coming back to a beautiful space of creation. So from here, level up and think about what you would like to have. There's no limits. So every upgrade is like a new mini life, and the person you are today is, you know, not who we were in the past. Our awareness and consciousness has totally lifted to a new vibration. So they're saying challenge yourself a little bit and think about maybe hopes and dreams and meditate on those things that maybe you would have thought there's no way, or you wouldn't have given yourself credit for it. Actually, yes, they want you to stand in your light, stand in your power, and do for you. So, so lift your vibration by acknowledging and honoring yourself. So that's what I'm getting for you. So thanks for asking.
I'm reading the comments and I'm just stopping to the one that is going to be drawing me into it more.
Yeah, it'll probably be our last one. I think we're almost at the time. So, yeah. And while she's looking, thanks everybody. So if we haven't met before, I'm Amy, and thank you, Dharma, for having me on your channel today. It's been
Absolutely.
really
No, are you kidding? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. So, Kitten X Core, you know, like in a couple of seconds, she says, are you channeling anything for me to know? Yes. It's about trusting yourself and stop hurting yourself by judging yourself. So be more patient with yourself, be more loving with yourself, and know that everything is coming at the right time. So really shift all of it into the positive perspective, really appreciating who you are, appreciating your big heart, and knowing that the more you appreciate your big heart, the more you're going to be attracting people who give you, and you're not going to be the only one who gives and doesn't get back. Okay, so you're going to be rebalancing that thing about, you know, giving and receiving. The more you tune into your heart and you know how to appreciate yourself. So yes, so this is like the first thing that they say. And just have more fun. Also, they say have more fun. So I don't know if you probably didn't have that much fun lately, but they say, please, you know, like have more fun, and you know, like just taste the joy of life, you know, just taste the joy of life, because it really can be felt. Okay, so this is what they say. So have more fun, do things that really uplift you, and you know, they are expanding you. So this is what they are suggesting. We have 35 seconds, Amy. I
Oh,
wish I could hug you right now. Oh my goodness.
yes,
When are
big
we gonna
hug.
meet? We're gonna meet super soon. I know that we're gonna meet super soon. We're
I
gonna meet super
know.
soon.
California's been calling me. I thought of that this morning, so I feel that would be lovely. So good.
So amazing. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Guys, thank you so much for joining us here today. And as usual, it's always such a big blessing to be all together. And Amy, thank you so much for, you know, taking your time to be with all of us today. And really, I honor you and I love you so much, sister. Thank you so much for reincarnating right now on this planet. Love you.
Thank you.